Hey, it's Steve Ryder with Keller Williams and Ryder Realty Group here today with more real estate conversations.
And this is Genna with Supreme Lending, taking the emotion out, and let's talk about some logical solutions in today's market.
I like it. Let's do it. So Genna, I've had some people ask me here recently because of the rates and because they are trending upwards, are most loans assumable? And what does that mean?
So an assumable loan means that you, as the current homeowner, can essentially, through the magic of the industry, transfer your mortgage and current interest rate over to me, the new buyer. Okay. It can only be done on certain types of loans. Okay, so it can only be done on government-backed loans.
So VA, FHA,
and USDA.
And USDA. Okay.
Yep. VA, FHA, and USDA, essentially conventional loans, portfolio products out of the market for being able to be assumed.
Right.
Okay. And it is important to understand when you're working to assume the loan, or let's say as a listing agent, if my client has a government-backed loan with a low interest rate, one of the first things that I would be doing in that listing appointment is calling their servicer with them. Finding out what the servicer requirements are for that mortgage to be able to be assumed.
Okay.
Because it can be assumed if it's a government-backed loan, but it is under the discretion of the servicer and what their requirements are to be able to assume the loan.
Okay.
It's not always quite as easy and beautiful as it sounds.
Right.
In reality.
It never is, right?
Right.
Right.
The other aspect of it is, let's say that you have somebody, for example, that has an assumable loan where they've got a mortgage of $200,000, but they're selling that home for $300,000. That buyer could potentially assume that mortgage, but they need to have a game plan for the additional funds of the purchase. And that's the other kind of kicker, whether that's a home equity line that they're taking out or things like that. Again, super important in that aspect to be contacting the servicer to determine what requirements can be utilized to be able to assume the mortgage.
Okay. So the equity line you're talking about would be obviously on that home because of the difference in the two.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You've either got to be coming to the table with the cash of that difference of the purchase price versus the current mortgage amount, or have a game plan of a home equity line or something along those lines with a lender that's going to help you bridge the gap of the difference of the loan. So not assumable mortgages aren't as big of a deal in that aspect when you're talking about a decreasing market.
Right.
But right now we're in an increasing market where people are selling for more than what they purchased for. So you typically are going to be walking into a gap of the mortgage balance there and just planning accordingly for it.
Okay. Good to know.